In 3, 2, 1. We'll let the room start to populate here. Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this session of Basketball Embassy's virtual clinic. And excited to have back with us today Coach David Allende. And we had a great session in our previous clinic on different ideas on offense. And David does a great breakdown on his Twitter handle and his Twitter page. And so today we're going to talk about transition basketball, talk about transition offense, transition defense. So David, I'm just going to go ahead and turn it right over to you and let you take the session over. And again, thank you so much for being a part of this.
Thank you. Lyson, can you let me share the screen, please, with the audience?
Yes, let me go ahead and reset that right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, there you go.
Okay. Let's go there. Well, so thanks everybody. Thank you, Lyson. I think that everything is on the screen right now, my presentation. So I have prepared some clips for today around offense rebound, about fast break defense, also some mismatch details. The intention for me today was, let's say, in my previous presentation, I was more focused on tactic details, much more in a team, let's say in a static situation, pick and roll situation. So let's see if today we can move forward with some focus on some key aspects, individual and also around rebound, around fast break, and some other details that are much more, let's say, singular than the other ones that discussed the other day. But before we start, let me introduce a little bit myself and where I'm right now. I'm based here in Spain, north part of the country. Nowadays, I'm living in Gijón, but I was born here in León many years ago. Probably León, we have a nice team for many years, but nowadays it's very popular because of we had LaPlace Forest Smith, which was appearing recently in the Last Dance movie, and we have Labradford playing in our team for 1 year. It was in León in 1997, just after Michael met him for that time in Washington. And then my current city, Oviedo and Asturias, it was in 1986 where we have the World Championship basketball. For that time, I thought that I was going to be a basketball player, professional one, and I was playing a lot with my friends, and then playing at the school, university teams locally. But then I have to quit because I was not even so good to be professional. So I started to coach. Although I participate in many activities around the university and in my private career in the medical device, basketball is for me my real passion. And that's why I've decided to start a couple of years ago the project called Basketball Observation Zone, where I share my passion, my ideas, my knowledge, or what I have discovered from studying people and videos and so on. What are we going to see today, or what I would like to share today? I would like to make like a brief summary about 3 different situations that I would like to review. Well, first one is how we can take advantage after suffer a mismatch. So nowadays there are a lot of situations where there is a mismatch in defense, switching pick and roll or whatever other situations. So I will try to put some lights of what we can do and what are the advantages that can be taken after a mismatch situation. Second part of the discussion will be around what can we do after an offensive rebound. What can we do? Score quickly or look for a 3 or different alternatives. We will see which ones can we summarize over there. And then I would like to finish with some fast break details, some interesting ideas, some about different teams that are, in my eyes, are doing great things, and maybe we can adapt some of them to us. I don't know specifically what's the, let's say, the primary audience of the clinic. So my intention is to have some insights that could help everybody. It doesn't matter in the end if you are practicing in a regional team, local team, development team, or even professional, because we will see all the details and all the things based on professional stance. So first part of the presentation, talking about mismatch. So sorry for this S that is here, it's mismatch. So as we know, mismatch is a quite often situation that is faced a lot of the times in basketball during a game. But can we do anything after a mismatch? Can we re-attack after being attacked previously? Can we do this after man-to-man? Can we do that after zone defense, even after free throw? So we will see some actions right now where this thing is more, let's say, more studied in detail. So I would like to, let's say this. Let's see if we can see the clips that I have prepared. So yes, so we have here, first of all, we're going to see how can we attack mismatch in transition. As we are seeing here, attack from the early beginning, mismatch situation, sorry for the S again. So there is a mismatch, identify and attack quickly this. This would be the easy one, when there is a transition and we attack it. So after that, what we can do or how we can recognize this kind of situations. Go ahead with this. For instance, we have there was a pick and roll situation, and now we have here identify a mismatch. You have here a big man with a small guy. So after rebound, if blacks in this case Hapoel Jerusalem obtain the rebound, they are going to have an immediate advantage at the opposite side. They're going to have they have already created here the advantage, and that's what we have to exploit. We have to take advantage of this, like this situation, looking immediately for this advantage, because they are one mismatch introduced the second mismatch if there is not a readaptation. That was a man-to-man situation. But what can we do if we play in zone defense? In zone defense, we are going to have much more situations like this one, because some of the times we are going to be disalignment here. So we have here a big guy, we have a small guy, he's defending, helping, stands, and then a shoot. So from now on, we have here a mismatch that the black team has to recover. And what happens in this kind of situations usually? That you can have a mismatch, or in the transition defense, the player in this time that has to guard the big man, forget it. And it's completely free like you see here, because his correspondence pair is this. So sometimes, even by chance, you have this. So what is the recommendation here? After a mismatch situation, run the field completely till the end, because you are going to have an advantage. So that's the recommendation, and I strongly believe that these kind of things are very popular, but honestly speaking, I don't know, I don't believe that they are completely advantage after this. You see here again, a man that is recovering and asks for a shoot, but this guy is not his correspondence. So now, after this, he forget that he was guarded by another one, and then fast break transition defense in the other place. So that's I have prepared some clips like this at the early beginning. Obviously, being in the time that we can remember this, which is here, again, mismatch. After the shot is not a basket, it's not a jumper. This guy, if he runs, he will be under an advantage in the opposite side, especially if this guy is not taking care of this. We have seen recently this image in the documentary, and the detail right now is from John Stockton, when just immediately after the first dribble recognize the mismatch situation on the opposite side and deliver a extremely good pass for the layup. Coming back to the because for today I wanted to share to recover much more things. In my previous presentation we were talking about mostly about the EuroLeague teams. Today we are going to take information from Euro Challenge, Eurocup, university teams like this, NBA. So well, time for Duke and Michigan State from last year. So there is a pick and roll, and now here we will see we're going to see a nice thing. Why? Because here we have identified first mismatch. So we have here a misalignment that is also here. So let's see what Zion Williams is doing with Cassius Winston. He's following him. So he has here advantage over there. But what is going to happen also here? That there is another switch. So now we have 4 players in Duke that are misalignment, that are under mismatch situation, being the fact that this is the only with his original one. So we will see what happened. Contest the shoot, box out, and then immediately, remember the guy that we have here is not in the screen right now, which is Zion Williams, and then these guys are not aligned. So in this time, this guy probably can recognize this guy, but 100% sure that he's not going to be so focused on him like previously. And then we see, because we have here still Zion Williamson that is not taking advantage of his mismatch. So immediately, this guy, instead of seeing, and we will going to see this one again. Remember, mismatch on one side and the other side. Instead of looking inside quickly for punish this guy, number 5, Cassius, they are playing at the opposite side that already have the second mismatch. So this guy, as we remember, this is a big guy defending a guard, a wing in this case, probably is not so focused on his strength, and it's not completely doing 100%. So in the end, obtain a 3. And all of this was motivated for the initial mismatch. Again, mismatch situation. Campazzo with Singleton playing in EuroLeague this year, then Randolph with Bobois. So Tavares helping the mismatch, and then we recognize the 2 mismatches. Okay, so then we have the advantage at the opposite side. We have here Campazzo playing here, and then we have Randolph playing against Misic. So I'm asking for the ball, but unfortunately, and say unfortunately for this guy, for Facu, didn't play with Randolph, and he decided to play against Dunston. And then you see what happened in the end. Block shot, and then fast break at the opposite side. So it's a question of balance. More things, more actions now from NBA. So we are playing here Boston and Lakers this year. We have Wanamaker, guard by Ryan Rondo, and then after the switch in defense, we have Davis with Wanamaker, and then Rondo with Cantor. So a couple of things here. Good position and good recovering from Rondo, stealing this. But now, after this, we already have this mismatch with Wanamaker and Davis. And then we have Rondo, which was guarded by Cantor. And immediately, remember the fact what we talked before, that sometimes after the mismatch, the guy that was on advantage forget or is not so focused defending. So, and it's what is happening here. Hunter is late here, recovering because this guy has come in here, and now Kuzma is going to attack him. Davis taking advantage of his mismatch, going to the offensive rebound. One more of this. Now, after this transition defense, Rondo is here with the 3 Haywood. And then we have 1-1, 1-1, and the mismatch is here with Rondo. And immediately they can create advantage and convert that one in 1-1. We'll see later on run open to maximize the spacing, but in the end, what we are having is this. One more thing. Mismatch. Davis responding a shoot here with Brown. Mismatch. And this one is one of my favorites. Here, big man, we will see later on bigs running a lot, but identify here the mismatch situation and immediately attack him. But how are you going to attack him? Well, before even receiving the pass, this guy, LeBron, already knows that the mismatch is over there. So what is going to happen? Punish this guy, obtaining a foul in the opposite side. Obviously, this is a strange situation. But what we are going to see here is, can we move this also into a free throw? Answer is that Lakers are doing this year. If you see this free throw from Tatum, and the guys that are going here in the free throw are small guys. Danny Green, LeBron. So at the opposite side, we are going to have these guys running. We are going to have Davis winning in the paint and playing inside, as you can see here. Taking advantage of the situation in the free throw, obtaining a 3 from Danny Green. I'm not judging here if they score or not. What I want to share is the idea, the concept of taking advantage of a mismatch after this. And this is not something that happened by chance, because we are seeing another situation here. Both guys at free throw and then playing. But even not taking advantage, they have much more space in the paint to play immediately with Anthony Davis, which was his idea to play. So that's the initial part of the speech. When do I think that this mismatch situation about after free throw, can be exploited? I think that can be exploited. First of all, and mainly in this situation, like we have seen, but also in the times or can be maximized at the times when the free throw is executed by a big man, because even in that situation, they are going to have a less big man in the paint, in their defensive paint. In the situations that we see today, it was Tatum that was a guard, that was a wing, 2, 3. So there was not even such a big difference. But in those cases, we can even motivate this. Moving forward, let's talk a little bit more about offensive rebound. So I explained at the early beginning that we wanted to talk today about 3 different topics. First of all was the mismatch. Secondly is this offensive rebound. So what we can do after an offensive rebound. So we will see some clips about scoring immediately, easy ones. But what other things can be done? We can play cuts. We can play reallocating for a 3. We can play a quick set. So let's go ahead with this. Why do I think that it's important to coach this during practice and even during all the shooting drills? Because in order to avoid and to recognize when you have an advantage to score immediately, and then when you don't have this advantage, and then you have to create another advantage, but not by yourself. If we see here, we have a rebound, and now this guy is already being reallocated for a three, but nobody's looking for him, and the guy is even trying to score again, and then happen shit at the opposite side. So it's important to recognize when you have advantage to score and when you don't have this one. Same situation. 4 guys here open. Augusto Lima with the ball in his hands, and instead of looking for a three, try to score by himself when he has the paint collapsed. Obviously, it's easy to recognize when you are Sion Williams, and then you have a good aptitude to go in rebound and score after offensive rebound, and then you cannot, as a coach, you cannot stop this kind of situation, and then you can even to promote this and take advantage of this. And all of this stuff that we are seeing right now is correct situations where you are in advantage even with 3 guys from the opposite side. But there are some other situations. Obviously, if you are Felipe Reyes and you have such as this kind of intuition, when you wait till the correct time to jump, like we see here, and score because you are a rebounder. So I'm not discussing that you have to limitate the aggressiveness of these guys to go for the rebound and to score if they are willing to. But we have to identify when it's a good situation to score immediately, or to make actions like this one, where you have a clear, and your guy like this is helping to block, then you are in a good situation to move for rebound and go immediately. Or this similar situation when you wait, attack over the back of your defender to avoid the box out situation, like we see here, then you are in a good situation for making the action. But there are some other ones that we will see right now that are not so easy to identify. Another situation when you have to go immediately to the offensive rebound and score, when there is a mismatch, when there is a switch in defense, this guy again is going to for the block, and then you have to go over there. And that's mandatory. After a pick and roll and switch, take advantage of them and go ahead. Or if you are in front of the basket and make an easy floater. Couple of things here. We'll see a lot of actions around rebound with the free paint, with lots of situations finish here with the paint. So a lot of people collapse the zone, but here there is a space. Another situation when you can score easily, if you can assist immediately after. So you have to go for this kind of shot. You have to take it, and there will be good ones. Or like this, once again, shot. Then you have here this free space, a lot of people collapsing here the paint. So could be a good idea to go here before the fast break defense. And again, rebound in front of the basket, assist easily for a layup. Those one are easy ones to identify when I have to go, or when I have to, or when I shouldn't score immediately. But what other things can we propose as coaches to do this? And it's something that is being practiced. We can practice sometimes cuts, sometimes threes, sometimes sets. So let's go with cuts. After a rebound, as you can see here, people are looking for the ball, all of them are watching the ball, and you have to take advantage of this situation when your man is not watching as you, like we see here. So you have to cut. This guy didn't see the pass, but that's the idea. Another actions with cuts. Once again, here, our guy now is looking for an extra pass. Can be outside or can be a cut. And then look for the cut. So first option, cuts. Practicing cuts. Again, follow your ball. Offensive rebound, you don't have a defender already because he was contesting your shot, and then cut. Last action. Shoot. Offensive rebound, cut over the back. What other additional things can we do after an offensive rebound? We can play a quick set. It's important to identify here that in Europe we have 14 seconds after this. So almost all teams has already a quick set for playing after offensive rebound. If the ball is on the hands of the guard, as you can see here, usually pick and roll situation. Play quickly because you are just having less than 14 seconds, and then as much quicker as you play, the worse defensive situation the opposite team has. Once again, Partizan with Coach Trincheri putting outside and playing quickly pick and roll situation. Again, look at the shot clock, looking for a backdoor situation, but obtaining an advantage. Once again, in this case, Salgiris playing with a 3. Now, extremely effort in the offensive rebound. Even these guys boxing out very good. In this case, Ayong, Randolph, Justa. But after the offensive rebound, play a quick set, quick pick and roll, and score after offensive rebound. Last idea, I guess, that we are going to see here is look for a 3-point after offensive rebound. We see here 3, offensive rebound, once again, free area, and then look for a 3. Taking advantage of the whole paint collapse, and remember one of the clinics that I attended a couple of years ago with one of my close friends in Basque Country from Coach Trincheri. He said for that time, after an offensive rebound, palla in angulo. So in Italian, put the ball in another angle because they are going to collapse the paint, and then you are going to have a 3. So it's almost like a rule for him, and this detail is very important from Victor Claver. We'll see this. Extra pass, 3. Look to Victor Claver for timing and going in the back again of his defender to avoid the boxing out. And then look for this. Even before that having the rebound, he's already looking for an extra pass, an outlet pass to look for the 3. And even with just one leg, look for the 3, and Delaney scoring a 3 after an offensive rebound. Similar situation. 3, McFadden from Burgos, and this guy again already check the rebound, grab the rebound, looking for an extra pass outside. These are the details of the big bands that you have to work and identify in the daily routines. So if there is collapse the paint, 2-3 people in, and it's going to be difficult. You cannot drive. Try to grab the rebound and put your eyes in the area that you are going to find much more space for your team. Again, switch defense. Rule, after switch defense and go to offensive rebound, if he's driving, rebound, and then once again, recovering the rebound, looking, everybody here is looking to him while he's looking for an extra pass outside, in this case for Browns. called Walter Di Raffaele from Venezia. Here we have Michigan State, again, looking for the pass outside, for relocating action. Look at this, relocating, quickly three as well. We are now seeing actions of relocating when the guy has to move on around the 3-point area to score. Playing inside, too many people in the paint, and then once again the same ability in this time. Outlet pass over one leg, saving time, and then reallocating. Look at what this guy is doing. He's passing and immediately is looking for an empty spot here to take advantage. In this case, they are seeing this guy, but look for that one. Once again, offensive rebound, and then look for the relocation in the corner, taking advantage of your because your defender is not looking for you. And this is something that has to be practiced in each and every day with all the guys, with the big guys and also with the small guys. The big guys to go for offensive rebound and then look for the space like this. This action is from Zaragoza, and relocate, and this one from Valencia. We are seeing here Domerkan, extremely good guy in the spacing and recognition, the strength. You are seeing here that after an offensive rebound, he's relocating for an extra pass and look for a three. And obviously, we have here an offensive rebound. Also appear, I think, in the chapter 9, The Last Dance. Offensive rebound. Look for a spot outside. And then a three can be easily found. And finally, we are going to talk a little bit about fast break concepts and ideas, insights, and different things. I have prepared here a lot of clips as well from different teams and players to see what's going on nowadays in the fast break. We will see some straight 3 points. So it's something that as defenders, we have to be prepared. So we have to respond and to not even to respond, to anticipate those guys that can shoot three. What about fill the corners, the complete corner, or even before, a little bit high than complete corner, but teams that they are running perfectly. Lanes structures, they run 5 lanes, 4 lanes, 3 lanes. I have prepared a clip about outlet and things that can be executed in the day-by-day practice. Last question, can bigs drive? It's something that, well, can we develop? So let's go there. And start from the beginning. So we are seeing at the early beginning some examples of quick or fast 3 points. So we have to anticipate this, because if you run like you are running here, to defend the paint, to cover the paint, is not looking a good action. Because you are promoting the idea even in McFadden, and look at the class time here to score a 3. So nowadays, pair-to-pair, man-to-man in half court and go ahead. Another situation, steal and 3. So it's even more unpopular in European basketball trend. So in pros, I guess. 3. So it's immediately. Adjust your pair and defend the 3. Because it's quite often that most of the teams has their people ready immediately to look for a 3-point immediately and just shoot. After this, I would like to talk a little bit about outlet pass. An outlet pass and can we maximize? I have prepared this clip from Michigan State last year. Cassius Winston was a terrific player last year. But look at the outlet pass. When or how he's obtaining the outlet pass, and we have to wonder if he could be even or took more advantage in this situation, because we are going to compare this outlet again, even below the free throws. Once again, instead of moving forward, instead of taking the outlet far away from your basket and take it even more advantage. So we are seeing lots of actions from here. This one and next one is more better, because as you can see here, it's cutting and already good detail, receiving, looking to the other basket. But the obviously some of the people that didn't follow a lot this guy or the team could think that Michigan State didn't run a lot, but this one is critical. Like you have here the guy, and he's even running in opposite direction instead of go look for an open pass or look for an outlet pass that could provide him advantage. So a lot of you could think that, well, it's something that Coach Itho is not letting him run. But the real answer is just the opposite. We've seen that the team want to run. The team want to run like we see here, even with the two big guys going over there. And they are running a lot, as you can see here. So they like to run. So they like running, sorry. So even in those cases, we have to think if we can even improve these minor things for a people like him, like that could even provide him much more advantage, because the team was looking for running each and every time after steal, after defensive rebound, or even after basket like this. And this guy, this time, was a extremely good one. But in the number of outlets that happens in a game, we have to be extremely focused on each and every of them, because it's something that as a coach I have suffered this with the guards and the wings that forgot to use in the daily routine. And even as I told you, they wanted to run even after free throw. So it's something to think about it. Now we will see some other details from another team that look how they run in and look for the outlet pass. This case is Coach Pedro Martinez from ACB League in Spain. Manresa is the team in red. So we will see how they structure the taking the lanes and look at the outlet when this guy Danny Perez is receiving the ball in this time and the advantage that he's obtaining. And the two guys filling the corners to maximize the advantage of the big guy. Again, we are going to see now some clips from Manresa and to identify this. Respond the shoot, run after this, and then we see that this guy is opening so high, so wide. The floor is providing advantage to these guys. Unfortunately, this guy is not recognizing that would be even before put the ball here to take 2-on-1 over this, and a bad pass situation doesn't allow them to score. But the idea is what we want to, what I want to move to you. So remember, good actions from Pedro Martinez and Manresa on fast break to understand it. Again, let me show you this again, because we're going to see some more actions like this when you have to respond the shoot in the corner, and then you are in advantage to run over this, as we are going to see here. Fill the corner or the high corner, we see, and provide the spaces for the other ones. Once again, our paint, our free throw line, and then look for the outlet pass when this guy is receiving, and how they are maximizing the area for the bigs and the corners for the wings and the guards. Something that I wanted to share with you, also for those ones to investigate, to look into some coaches. So we have seen this one from Manresa, Pedro Martinez, and then I will recommend some other ones right now. So this guy, again, extremely good orientation to identify where are the advantages here, running a lot, and then playing in his back. If the guy is not defending you, you can play on the other side. Another team running extremely well, Boston Celtics. Fill the corner from early beginning to open it. So at this time, Rondo has to decide if it goes to the corner or it goes here. And then decision prefers to go to the corner, so they have advantage in the opposite side. These clips are from Boston, but I wanted also to take advantage of this situation and have this scene from Lakers after a jump ball, and they are going to block the jumper, as we can see here with Calden Powell, and they are looking for an assist, a Howard. It's let's say a outside content, but they want to focus once this scene appears, because it was so nice to have it here in the picture. But now what we were talking, Boston corners, advantage, and three. So it's one of the trends that we are seeing right now. Fill the corner immediately, not just run. Fill the corner in transition. And again, we are not judging if they are obtaining scoring or not. Again, answer the shot, look this guy, and where do we have Tatum right now? The next stands are from Roger Venice, coach Walter De Raffaele. Extremely well advantage of the fast break and the lanes filling corners, as you see here. And here, what we see here in the first one is that, again, if we fill the corner, the guy has to decide if help and can have the reach for a three, or or not help, and then score a two. So that's the situation. Make the open it as much as possible. Once again, running, and then Bramos. We can see Bramos in high corner, then scoring a three. Extremely good player, recognizing this kind of advantages and filling the corner immediately. We are going to see here, just after the rebound, going to the corner, and then big man running till the end. One more of this. Again, filling the corner. Central lane for the big guy. Now help, and then look for the three. Extra passes if there is a second help. So extremely good execution of lines. We are seeing now our man running till the end. Important to run till the end, because over there you are going to have the advantage, and it's something that I always want to refocus on my teams. Once again, Well, more examples of this one, teams filling corners. Extremely good execution from Alba Berlin right now. We're going to see, again, we have here 1, 2, 3. Good transition defense of Efes and good interpretation. 1, 2, 3 open, and where is the last one? Here, in the back. I think that we have to see this one again, even in a slow motion, to see how the guard recognizes where is the advantage of this. More teams. Now I think it's Fenerbahce, yes, filling the corner and providing that situation that we discussed before of fill the corner. This guy has to be dedicated to the corner, and then if this guy stands on the ball, playing his back to obtain an easy layup. Nando De Colo with Lucas. This one from Zalgiris, where we can identify the 5 lanes, 2 for the big men, central ones, corners open from the small ones. In this case, even with a bad spacing, and I want to remark this, even with a bad spacing for this, they have an easy area for the big man. One important thing that previously Coach Genaro Diaz was speaking was to play from the corner to the back. And we are seeing here in our guy, Mikel Salvo, playing in the corner as an initial transition back, recognizing that this guy, because he's too high, is forgetting himself. So he's playing and playing. And then I think that we have to identify who is the one that is not pairing in the transition defense. So which one is defending number 0? Let's make a memorial for him. Follow now this number 0. Which one is which one he wants to defend? And then ask Real Madrid. Now 2 examples. We have here first example of bad spacing. Here we have Deck, we have Taylor, we have Campazzo. They are not opening the court, so it's easy for the defender to respond to this situation. While now, they are working with a good spacing, and they cannot help. So in the end, it's 1-on-1. So much easy one from Sergi Llull, and scoring than the previous one. Situation from big men's running. And this is the last part of the clinic where I want to talk about big men in fast break. So we can see that big men can run, and they have to run till the end. Do not stop here, which is a common mistake. Stop a 3-point line. So that you have to run till the end. Once again, run till the end. Brandon Davis, till the end. This last part of the clinic are just the importance of the big men in this. Open shoot. Respond from the corner as we see before, and then run. Run till the end because you are on advantage. Do not stop before the paint. You have to reach the basket if you have that advantage. Don't let the defense provide this advantage to you. So now we are going to see some clips where the big men, and answering that question, if big men can drive after this and how they are doing. So there are lots of, and it's something that has been developed recently in the last years, in the previous year, sorry, that 4s and 5 can drive. So we are seeing here lots of clips where 4s are taking advantage after rebound and developing the fast break immediately, like this from Javi Vega. Dribble, look for a pass, and take it advantage. So it's something that we have to implement from early beginning part of the career of the guys and the schools, that everybody can put the ball, everybody must, not can, must put the ball here. 5, taking the ball, and then attacking the closeout. This situation from Partizan. Here we have a nice one from Singleton in FS. They are running like a small guy. So it's something that is happening. So we have to be prepared and also deliver the guys. And this one, 4, putting the ball and developing the fast break. And on the opposite side, as well, the 4, running the fast break offensively. So it's 2 consecutive actions where the 4s take the ball to the opposite side. And now I want to remark an important figure for me in this position, which is Luke Sigma, which is a big man playing as an outside player. And I have just 3 minutes more to finish the clinic, and I want to be just quite focused on Luke Sigma and what are the different things that he's doing. First one, we saw an outlet pass. Now we are seeing him rebounding and passing, and in the end we are showing what's the importance of Luke Sigma in the fast break of Alba Berlin from coach Aito Garcia Reneses. High-low. So the importance of the big guys. Many years ago, probably in the 80s and the 90s, all of us remember the importance of the small guys running. But we are seeing nowadays that everybody is important for all the things that you can do. So, and these clips from Luke Sigma represents how a big guy, how good can a big guy do. And the last ones are from Real Madrid, where they play even a set after try to run with the 4. In this case, Anthony Randolph, drive, there is no advantage, and they play a situation like this to have him choosing from a shuffle from Randolph or a screen from there. And we're going to see another clip from Trey Tompkins playing the same, but different end from the same beginning. So we have Tompkins driving, and starting the same set as we see before. So that's another idea when you are running with your bigs, and then you cannot take advantage easily, and finally you have to move with a set. And question was if 5 can also drive. We are seeing here a young driving and scoring after a driving in this situation with Preply from last year Euroleague after a pick and roll situation in early offense. So that was all the stuff that I wanted to share with you today. So that was my content. Thanks a lot for your attention. I hope that the 55 minutes that we have shared today has been advantage and everybody can enjoy it. And in case that there would be any kind of a question or situation that you would like to address me, I'm free to do it. And you have here my details. It has been a pleasure for me, Layson.
David, great job, great content. One of the questions that popped up for me as I was watching the clips was there's a debate. I wouldn't necessarily say it's a debate, but you have some coaches who like to designate their lanes on the fast break, especially on a made basket. So that's something that Izzo does with Michigan State. They run what's called a numbered break, where they designate who runs which lane. Then you have some coaches who they don't care who fills the lane. All they want is the lanes filled, and then they looking to maybe transition more to deep corners, a rim runner, and then obviously getting the ball down the floor. What is your thoughts or your philosophy on teaching the break? If you're working with, say, a youth team or you're working with a junior team, how would you teach transition basketball?
Well, starting from the early beginning, I will start from outlets. then I will move forward in the details of the outlets and what the guy with the ball can do or not. But I'm completely in the side that personally, I don't care who is filling the spots. I don't care, because even more dedicated in a development team, because in a development team, what happens if next year a new coach arrives? So we have to develop the guys and to let them understand and provide them the knowledge to understand the sport and to understand where they are going to have the advantage and exploit them and play for the other ones. In pros, I would have some lanes dedicated for let's say for bigs mainly, but the other ones, again, as far as we fill those spots where I would consider that we are going to have much more advantages than other ones, as far as we develop that spots fill, I would be comfortable.
And I'm glad that you talked about having kind of an attack or a plan after an offensive rebound. And I've watched several teams this year that whenever they would get an offensive rebound, they'd either get into a horns action or, a lot of times they just throw it right back to the shooter who missed the three. And, analytics would show that, your percentages are going to go up if you shoot a second three. So I'm glad that you touched on that, because I think that's something that maybe, especially coaches at the high school level here in the U.S., we don't necessarily have a plan for that, off on an offensive rebound. And if you're looking at analytics, then it probably makes more sense to kick it back out to that shooter and take another three.
Absolutely. And also, if we think ourselves in how have historically have developed the shooting drills, it's something that we necessarily need to implement on those ones, even to make those shooting drills much more, let's say, interactive, participated, and also to put in their hands the ability to decide what they have to do, because in the game, they are going to have to recognize which one is going to be much more positive. And I strongly agree with your proposal of coming back with the shoot, especially if he's a shooter, not a gunner, but especially if he's a shooter, you have to come back to it. And then they have to recognize what are their let's say, situation where they can take advantage. Because sometimes you are going to have in your teams, especially in development, those ones which are not good shooters, and those ones who they don't have the confidence even to shoot the game. So you have to provide 3-4 situations like we have seen now. We have seen 3-point, we have seen extra pass, we have seen catch, and we have seen start a new set, which is extremely good option as well.
David, do you have a favorite drill that you like to use with your teams to teach transition? I know that as coaches, we tend to collect drills and always looking for drill ideas. Anything that you really like that you've used it, as a coach along the way?
Yeah, I was very, let's say, influenced by a clinic that I saw many years ago by Pablo Lasso, coach from Real Madrid right now. That I will try to look that one and share in my account, because it's open. It was in YouTube. He explained perfectly some of the details of the outlet lanes, even how, imagine that you have the ball and then you are driving in transition, but then this lane is occupied, so then you have to move to the other lane. So how do you have to do that? So there are many drills, very, very focused in the details, that I think that develop from the very basics to the ending, the transition drills. It's important to identify if you are playing with one guy or two big men, but honestly speaking, it doesn't matter in the end, as far as the people understand what are the correct spots that you want to fill and who should fill this one. If you are the first runner, the second runner, what actions can you do in development teams using marks between the free throws lines and the half court side line, half lane, also to identify where the outlet pass has to go, and also trying to incentivize that the big guys put the ball in the floor, at least one dribble. And if you start from scratch, according to our experience, in the end, you can or you put some confidence in the guys to put the ball in the floor, obtaining good results, not instantaneously, but quite soon.
You know, one thing I'll add to that from my experience as a coach in teaching the fast break early on is that you always want to focus on effort versus results, because early on when you're putting your break in and you're teaching the break and you're telling certain players that they could bust out, you know, with the dribble on a rebound, or, you know, that you want to throw the outlet pass, the, you know, pass is going to sail everywhere. You know, there's going to be turnovers, you know, a lot of turnovers early on. But it's just part of getting used to the pace and getting used to understanding, you know, especially for guards, okay, this is someone that I could pitch it ahead to earlier. Maybe I need to keep the ball a little bit longer and now give that big man or that big player the ball a little bit closer to the rim. So I'd say as a coach, just be patient with them, but always reward the effort. If they're getting out in their lanes and they're running and your guards are pitching it up, always praise that. Always praise what you want to see repeated is what I remember Coach Dean Smith once telling us at a clinic. But Coach, thank you so much again for being part of this.
Thanks a lot, Layson, and keep in touch. Thank you.
Absolutely. Have a good evening, everybody.
Thank you.